That's not a good one. That is a good one. Wow. Wowee. And this is why you never quit, no matter how far behind you are. If you can win, you can win. Priest, I don't believe it. Wow. And that's going to do it. Amon takes the series. Go, Who gave the one to Priest?
Wow. I love Priest, man.
We are back with the European Regional Finals for the Hearthstone World Championships. It's time to conclude Group A. Max, who just defeated Nyria, one of the favorites of the tournament, up against Kaor, who's also been a pleasant surprise from Italy. And up on the desk, we are joined by another special guest. It's not Nimsh this time. It's one of your favorite YouTubers, Trollden. Welcome to the desk, man.
It's great to be here, guys. I'm really excited about this tournament, about the players, and let's see what's going to be next.
Absolutely. So, real quick, these guys, we've met them before, Artosis and Feats, but how do you think they match up this second time around?
This is a really interesting one for me because they both kind of have teched out decks. Like, of course, the WBGH, we've been talking a lot about that. And then he still lost to Handlock. I would imagine, you know, playing a Zoo deck, he's not going to ban that, but then maybe we see that deck turn around and beat Zoo. I don't know. It's an interesting one with their deck choices for sure.
Yeah, as long as it's not 0%, there's always a chance to win, even if it's a bad matchup, which, I mean, Savitz has also unfortunately been on the opposite end of that. Now, going into the Savitz, do you really agree with Artosis here? Do you feel like it's just too hard to call? It's even?
Yeah, it's going to be pretty even. I mean, I'm sure that Max is happy that he won today and is getting his rematch. Last time around, Kaor did get the best end of the match, and this time, this match will have more on the line than the last one. We'll see that because Max seemed a bit like nervous playing Nyria. Maybe he's more comfortable playing against Kaor.
Yeah,
and he knows what's coming.
It is an intimidating set. I mean, it is an intimidating set. There's a lot of lights. I mean, Jordan, you've been here hanging out and seeing all of the decorations that's gone into it. But now it's past them, and so maybe that first series kind of gets that initial nerves out of the way, and they can have a great best of 5. Let's take a look at the class selection and see what these guys have banned from their opponents, as well as what the lineup could be available to both of these players. Keep in mind that these players have been able to watch each other's games, so pretty much all information is out there and free for these two guys.
All right, so Kaor actually gets banned, his Warlock deck, and then Rogue going to be banned over on Max's side. So that's actually the exact bans that they started with anyways, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah, this was really to be expected. I mean, Max said that he doesn't want to play against Handlock, and if he was to ban anything else than the Handlock, that would have been a huge surprise.
Yeah.
And from Kaor's side, knowing that his Handlock is going to be out, the Rogue ban makes a lot of sense because that's the best counter to Rogue.
Absolutely, absolutely. So we don't want to talk too much more. The match is about to begin, and of course, Trollden is the special guest hopping onto the casting booth. So good luck, guys, and good luck to Kaor and Max.
All right. Thank you much, Frodan. Here we go. We're going to get to see what decks they're going to start out with. Trollden, if you had to choose a deck to start out with as Kaor, what do you choose?
I'd probably choose Priest. I just love
As you
opening
look
with
at the
Priest.
screen.
No, I wasn't looking at the screen.
And look at this, actually. Keeping Tyrion in his opening hand.
I would not have expected that.
The only thing that this is telling me is that he has to save the coin. He wants to coin it on turn 8 so that he can use it
Seems
twice
so.
before a mind control, right? That's the only...
I think the only explanation is that he wants to play it as early as possible to make sure that he gets value out of it before the Priest has access to mind control.
Yeah, and I mean, in my mind, this tells me that there's just no way he's going to use the coin too, right? Because then you only get like one turn, and that's not going to be acceptable if you're going to like sacrifice the power of your opening hand like this.
Yeah, it seems likely that he's going to hold on to the coin for the Tyrion. But you never know how the early game goes, and if it gets really bad, he might be forced to use the coin earlier. But if he can, he will hold on to it for sure.
Kaor was thinking about playing Wild Pyromancer there, and I think it's a good play because he doesn't have a follow-up on turn 4. He can only play Sludge Belcher in turn 5, so that's decent.
Yeah, and you know what I actually quite like about this is that he can just heal this up with that Northshire that's in his hand, draw a card, and kill the next one as well. And that's, I mean, you can't be much happier than that, right? That's pretty awesome.
It was kind of interesting because we saw the same matchup earlier, and when Nyria was playing the Priest, he chose to drop it on turn 2, the Wild Pyro. Instead here, Kaor chose to drop it on turn 3. But either way, I think it worked out fairly well for him.
Yeah. Well, right now he does have a kind of annoying Senjin out here. Would you play your Sludge Belcher here?
If you play the Belcher, you have to run in the Wild Pyro. Otherwise, the Shadow Madness is going to be just too good. Because he could bump into the Belcher with the Senjin first and then go for the Madness.
Well, let's see. He does run in with that Wild Pyro, as you say.
He's gonna play, then Max is gonna play his own Sludge Belcher.
Yeah, here we see him hold on to the coin. He would have had a good play with the coin Black Knight too, but he wanted to keep it. Wow, and there's the Madness. It will come out for sure.
That is just exactly what he was looking for.
What is happening?
No, that's the wrong way to do it.
This is not how you do it.
Well, maybe he wants to just finish it off completely then, I guess.
No, but he could have gotten the
slime.
Oh, yeah.
He could have attacked into the Belcher first with his own Belcher and then take the Belcher to get the slime to himself.
Yeah, yeah. Wow, that was definitely quite a mistake there. Getting your own slime would be insanely good.
And he did it really quickly too. I wonder if he's how nervous is he about this game, because he didn't even think about the Madness on the Belcher.
No, he automatically just grabbed one of them. I think he probably looked at it like it was...
This has to be nervousness. I mean, if you choose to bring Priest, in this meta, you should always be trying to find a good opportunity to Madness the Belcher. And there was one, and he completely missed it.
Well, we'll see if this actually comes back to bite him a little bit. But you know what? He stole the slime, so I guess he gets it anyway, but not the way he wanted it.
No. And I mean, you would much rather Cabal something like an Acolyte than a slime.
Oh, he's going to use that coin.
Yep, there it goes.
Yep. Well, you know, the board was in such a state that, you know, coining out that your Tyrion that turn wouldn't have been the greatest thing, but this makes me a bit scared for him because he kept this Tyrion. Is he going to play it in the next turn? Because if he does, the turn after that, Mind Control comes down.
Yeah, it will be taken.
And that's pretty crazy.
It's a bit confusing line of play from... Hold on, which one? From the
from the priest.
From the priest.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he was holding on to the coin. He had an excellent opportunity to coin out the Black Knight. Then he kind of...
Then
he
Paladin,
didn't.
yeah.
So it seemed obvious that he was going with the turn 7 Tyrion plan, but now he didn't do it.
No, he didn't. Well, I think he looked at it and said, "Oh, I can just kind of get a more powerful spot." But the thing is, now he can't play it, in my opinion. In my opinion, if you aren't going to coin it out on that turn, or you are going first and they played the coin already, I guess you can do it on turn 8, but otherwise you get one attack phase with it and then it's stolen by if they do have Mind Control.
Yeah, just leaving the Divine Shield up, making sure that it will still be there to get stolen.
You just also really wanted to get the Consecration value, because it was killing almost half of the board.
Yeah. And I understand doing that, but now he's done this anyways, so it makes it kind of scary.
Yeah, just passing here.
Passing.
That was to be expected with the Mind Control.
Yeah.
And I think Max understands that if a Priest passes on turn 6 with a Tyrion on the board, it's probably Mind Control coming.
Yeah.
But we can see that there is a Harrison in the Paladin's hand.
Oh.
So maybe he's not too worried about that.
And actually, look at this, Sylvanas. So he's actually got a lot of plays to back this Tyrion getting stolen up.
Yeah, I mean, with the Sylvanas on the board, the Mind Control actually is pretty bad. I mean, he could Mind Control the Sylvanas, but then we go down to RNG with a lot of dudes and stuff.
100% I would say that he has to Holy Fire that Sylvanas. What? That's that's not. I don't. Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah, I guess that works.
That works.
For some reason, I did not see that for a moment. But hey, this is going to give him possibly a sword.
I would expect him to.
I would actually trade the Sylvanas and a dude, and then play Harrison Jones for the value.
Me too, for sure.
But Max might be thinking long term. This is a game to fatigue, and if he draws too many cards, that might.
You know what? With the board that he has here, I think he just realized it. With the board that he has here, I think 100% you draw those 3 extra cards. Like, I can't... If this was the very end of the game, I would consider not doing that, but I mean, he was going to be in the most crazy spot, I think, by
Also,
doing that.
really confused about the trades. I mean,
Yeah, he has to sacrifice his Sylvanas now to kill Tyrion or play a very valuable card like Elder Peacekeeper, which I'm not sure about. I feel like the Harrison Jones play was perfect.
I don't know. This is really confusing. These guys need to slow down.
Yeah, I think they're getting a little bit nervous
There's a lot
now.
of mistakes being
They
made.
were so
both-
close to
on both-
BlizzCon.
Yes. I feel like there's a lot of mistakes happening on both sides right now.
Yeah, yeah. Totally do agree with you there. But you know what? This is the type of pressure that can be caused. If you even make it to BlizzCon, you can go to BlizzCon and win 0 games, and you still win $5,000, which is a lot of money, as
Yeah.
we all know here. So definitely a little bit of stress coming out of them.
Yeah, but this is the most important match they've ever played in their lives.
Yeah, no doubt about that.
Priest is playing Sylvanas here, but he's not gonna really get a lot of value from it because
Another really surprising play to me, because he could have just
I think this
Wildfire
was
or
another
Holy
misplay,
Fire.
by the way, because he could have used the dude first,
Yeah.
and then the chances of him getting less valuable card would be bigger.
Yeah, you could have possibly kept, like, if he was very lucky, the owl, for instance. So definitely still a few misplays out of these guys.
yeah, this is happening so fast. I mean, I feel like Wildfire or Holy Fire would have been way stronger play. And now he's using the no.
All right, well, he uses that Holy Fire on,
To kill half a card.
yeah, gaining some card disadvantage, but still the hand size is not that big, I guess. I would like to see actually the lay on hands this turn. Doesn't
Goes
choose to
with
do
that.
that. Do you like skipping lay on hands at this point?
I think that was an excellent opportunity to play the Lion Hands.
You're not going to get a better one, I would imagine.
And we did see one Cabal happen already, but the Acolyte is always a bit risky against the Priest.
Yeah, because it can be stolen by
Yeah,
Cabal Shadow Priest.
almost every Priest plays 2 Cabals.
And I feel like using Leon Hands on when your opponent doesn't have anything on the board is a perfect opportunity to get advantage
Yeah.
that you need so much. And when you're playing against a Priest and you have almost equal amount of cards, a Priest usually has more valuable cards, and
Yeah.
if he gets lucky with the Thought Steal, it's gonna be really devastating for the
Yeah.
Paladin.
Yeah, because you know those thought seals, he's not going to. You can sneak those in anywhere. The lay on hands, the priest draw is a lot harder to find a spot, and that's, I think, the exact type of spot you want to use. But chooses not to use it, and at this point, I don't know if we're going to see him cast lay on hands at all this game. This game might just go straight to the fatigue from here, and with strong plays on both sides.
I would really love to see Zera here, but probably we're not gonna see that because Paladin always has the answers for these kinds of legendaries.
Is he thinking about stealing the 1/2? If he attacks with the Dark Cultist, I guess he's going with that.
Yeah, yeah, that would definitely be what that is, I would say. The thing is, he's setting himself up to die to Consecration.
Again, like he started the turn with the hero powering the Belcher, and then he stops the turn. They really need to slow down and just think through the whole turn before acting.
I definitely do agree with you there. But, you know, it is the stress. Maybe they'll calm down after this game. I would like to see a Kodo pop out here. Like a Kodo and then kill off the Cabal Shadow Priest. You know, you start to gain your board advantage back again. And looks like that's exactly what he's going to go for. So a strong turn there.
Yeah, that's a good turn.
He also really wants to have something on the board with the Kel'Thuzad in his hand, so
Yeah,
he can
that's
get
right.
the value of it.
Yeah, yeah, for sure. Well, right now, I mean, Ysera is an option.
Yeah, it sure is. But we haven't seen a single equality yet.
That's very true. And
know
if
that
you're going to
Max-
quality, it's going to be on her.
We know that Max has a way to deal with it.
Yep, he can just...
And of course, he gets Laughing Sister.
Yeah, he can even Aldor and Stampeding Kodo. I guess that's what's coming out. Not bad at all.
Yeah, that's actually very nice. Great way to get rid of it.
Yep.
He does play the 2 Stampeding Kodos, so something you might not expect, but works out well. And only getting a Laughing Sister out of that for 9 mana, you know, he didn't really gain anything here.
No, not the kind of effect that he would have hoped to have with Ysera.
Max also saw one Okanized Soul Priest and a Circle of Healing used, so he's not that afraid of the board being clean.
Priest with thought-stealing Wild Pyro equality.
Oh my
Well,
god.
he already had had one Wild Pyro, but
I was looking
still.
at him like, what? And he has Holy Nova too. Wow, there's like a lot
Yeah,
of
like-
things he can do here.
That's disgusting.
That's a lot of clearing.
He's gonna actually go for it here?
Equality first, Wild Pyro.
Wow. I guess he wants to keep it.
Yeah, he
I
wa-
wouldn't have done that,
He
personally.
values the Wild Pyro over the Circle of Healing here. I think it's a fair play.
Okay, I was... yeah, he plays the Dark Cultist here. I was considering more getting rid of the Pyro and having Laughing Sister type play, but... Okay, this is in a pretty decent spot still here.
And Kaor getting a good hole in over here.
Oh, very nice play there with the Holy Nova.
The Wild Pyro wasn't quite necessary, but doesn't hurt.
And will he play that Laughing Sister? No, he's going to save that bomb for later on.
I guess he doesn't want to overextend.
Yeah. He knows there's another equality in there, and they're getting towards the end of their decks. 8 cards left.
And this is what we've been talking about earlier. He hasn't used his play on hands yet.
Yeah.
And he won't find the opportunity in the next few turns. It's
Yeah.
because Priest is going to push. He has a lot of cards. He's just going to play them, and Paladin
Yeah.
won't have an efficient way to deal with them.
He would be up right now 6 more health, and that would gain him 2 additional cards if he had played the Lay on Hands right there.
Yeah.
So he'd definitely be feeling a bit better.
It's like he missed the opportunity for the Lay on Hands earlier, and now he can't find the time to play it anymore. I mean, I guess he could. Well, with that, he could cast it. I mean, killing off his opponent's Wild Pyro and
Yeah. He will lose his own Wild Pyro by doing that, though, just because
yeah,
you
the
can heal up your Dark
Cultist is gonna get
Cultist.
What do
hit.
you guys think about using Lay on Hands here? I'm not sure how many cards Max has left in the deck. So he might
He
be in
should be
fatigue
at
soon.
6 or 7 right now.
Just go for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, well, we see both of his equalities now. It's funny that the only equality he played so far has been by the Priest, by the way. That's it's really throwing me off a little bit. Ooh, I really like this as well. Yeah, and he has to use his thoughts
See
too.
what
There's
he
almost
gets.
no cards left.
Consecration and Spellbreaker. Well, not the worst possible cards,
Yeah.
but nothing too exciting either.
If he gets the fatigue, Consecration can help him deal with the dudes. So
Yeah.
I guess it's decent. And if he plays something really strong like Kel'Thuzad, for example, in combination with other cards, he can use Silence.
You know, the Kel'Thuzad is not going to do a whole lot this game. He has
of
almost
course.
no minions left. Like, he's going to be like reviving maybe a dude and maybe an Eldor Peacekeeper with him. That's not that's not what you're looking to do with Kel'Thuzad.
Well, it's still a strong body with the 6/8, so it's not a completely dead card.
Well, Kaor in some good place right now. Definitely has a lot of options still left on his side.
I kind of want to see the Kel'Thuzad just come out here. I mean, it doesn't get full value, but
Oh, okay, okay. He's going to go ahead and
Right.
actually reduce its attack as well. Because I'm like, wait, I mean, just doing that is not that useful. But he's trying to build his board now.
yeah, let's see if we can keep it up. But it seems like it's probably gonna get cleared, or at least most of it.
Yeah. The Holy Nova is going to be coming out this turn for sure. Oh, wow. That's a fantastic play, too. Gets so much healing done.
Yeah.
I love it. I think that's a great play. But by leaving this out, the Kel'Thuzad for sure is coming out this turn, I would say. Like Kel'Thuzad run this 3-1 into the 1-3, you think? And make a dude?
Yeah, probably.
I could see him even humiliating.
Or he could play the
4/7.
Guardian first and try to bait out the last Shadow Word Death.
Oh, of course, yeah. Yeah, that's actually a much better play.
Or is it the last one? Did he cast one earlier?
I
can't
think he
quite
did.
remember. So it
On
is the last
Loath
one.
Up, when Max played Loath
Yeah,
Up,
yeah.
it costs around 9 mana, I think.
Yeah.
So something 8.
So, Kel'Thuzad is gonna be like the last thing for the Paladin, it
Yeah.
seems.
I don't know what he's even going to have left at that point. He's going to have his dude.
Bunch of dudes.
As we were talking about, like, reviving dudes, that's about it. But hey, I mean, that's going to add up very quickly if he can't remove it. Thing is, there is still that equality in hand.
He actually ended up using a Shadow Word Death on the Guardian of the King, so that means that Kel'Thuzad's gonna probably get some value, but I don't see how Max can win from this point.
No, he's out of cards. and the priest still has 2 left. Usually in these type of situations, it's the paladin with the advantage, but the Leon hands, which we were discussing the Leon hands with Thijs yesterday, and we both feel like the type of gameplay that paladin encourages, which is just to win in the very late game. Just play it really slow, that it actually sometimes might hurt you, because of the possibility that you will fatigue first.
Yeah.
And kind of because of the Leon hands, he's out of cards, and the priest still. Well, I was gonna say the priest still has some left, but
this is the second
there we
time
go.
we've seen powered shields be like right at the bottom of the deck.
Yeah.
By the way.
I'm not sure if I would have casted the shield there, but it does make some sense because now the Kel'Thuzad can't take it out just like that.
It is smart, but with the heal and with this board out, there's just no way that Kaor can.
Can lose from this point.
Yeah. Well,
With a deadly poison and consecration in his hand. Is he gonna do the consecration now? Just clearing. Yeah, that's good. I mean, he's gonna win the fatigue wars, and forcing the paladin to make the first move is pretty good.
well, at 12 health now and no healing hero power, that's it. And
There we go.
Max concedes.
Kaor will take game number 1 with Priest beating Paladin. We haven't seen Priest really beating Paladin so far in this tournament, but you know, maybe a couple somewhat questionable plays. These guys were playing really fast. I think they're under a lot of pressure, obviously. We know that, but I think that we're seeing that reflected in their play a bit. I feel like both these guys played better in some earlier sets that we saw.
Yeah, I remember that they were playing fairly well in the first match that they had against each other.
Yeah.
But here, I mean, the stakes are higher, and I can't really blame them for being nervous. But in order to win this matchup, I think if one of them manages to just calm down and take it easy, take their time every turn, that player has really good chances to move forward.
Yeah. So, okay, we have the Pally deck gone for Max. He has either Druid or Warlock to use here. What do you go for? Do you go for the Zoo Warlock, or do you go for your Druid deck?
I'd definitely go for the Zulok.
Zulok?
Because you can, if Paladin doesn't have the answers early, you can try and push for damage and kill him. And for the handlock,
I could see Zoo 3-0ing from here, to be honest.
Yeah, definitely.
We will see the Druid.
Okay, so he goes to Druid. He wants to save that Zoo deck for a little bit later. And, I mean, looking at the lineup of Kaor, it makes sense. The Druid deck has 2 BGHs. The Paladin deck just doesn't beat Zoo decks. So it's a pretty decent... I think it's okay.
It's a good choice. But, oh man, it's the more aggressive Druid. This is actually not that good if the Priest can stabilize, because there are so many good targets for Cabal Shadow Priest. And like generally speaking, whenever there's a good target for Cabal, then the Priest has a favorable matchup.
Yeah, it's such a ridiculous swing card.
It sure is.
It's, in fact, more swingy a lot of times than like a BGH or even a Black Knight.
When you land it on a Harvest Golem or something, I mean, 6 mana, 4/5, 2/3 Death Rattle, also killing 2/3 Death Rattle.
Yeah.
Wow.
Pretty crazy. Well, he was considering here a few different plays. I think he was thinking about maybe throwing out Dark Cultist very quickly.
Yeah, if he
Definitely not the...
coin.
Definitely not the Thought Steal.
Yeah, I like the Dark Cultist here.
Well, he does have a Wrath, so that's going to be answered without too much trouble, but not the quickest start so far here for Max.
No. I mean, he will have a lot of draws late game with the 2 Ancient of Lords, but that's not what you want to have on turn 3.
That's for sure. Well, he does just go ahead and drop this out with a 1 Wrath gone, most likely going to live.
And it's gonna get swiped.
Yeah. But still, as the Priest player, I think I'm completely fine with how this game has gone.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's looking really good.
Just the news out, it's like, whatever, that's fine.
It's an aggressive Druid, but right now, looking at the hands, Priest is gonna be even more aggressive than the Druid because he doesn't have that many good plays.
Yep. There's the Lotep, but the Orkanai with the hero power
Or
Oh, okay. He's lining up to kill at the next turn, I guess.
I see.
It makes sense.
Yeah, and
Keeps the Akanai, and you know what? Against one of these like very tokeny druids with all the small guys, Akanai is ridiculous. So to spend a Belcher to
Holding
keep it
on to
alive, I like.
Yeah, I see. Not bad at all. And now he just saw one swipe go, so it's unlikely for the.
I like this play, by the way.
Wow.
I actually do like this. Because, again, it's going to be so annoying taking out the Akanai, and if you don't do this, then you just lose your Loatheb anyways. So
Yeah.
I think it's
So that deals with that.
yeah, I feel like these guys are already playing a lot better than the previous game.
Yeah, seems that way.
Got some of their nerves out, perhaps.
Do you hole enough just on a Loatheb? You.
God, I'd want to be more greedy than that.
Yeah, me too.
I mean, I'm priest. Yeah, I mean,
But he did Holy Nova.
He did.
okay.
It's gonna pay off holding on to the Shadow over Death because killing a 5/5, he couldn't kill that one with the Holy Nova. So
Yeah.
if he spent the Shadow over Death last turn, he would actually have no answer at all to this one.
Well, looking at that hand, his hand is definitely improving at this point. A lot of cards in it.
Yeah. I'm gonna be so excited to see what the Thought Steal gives him.
That still is always the most excited playing priest.
Yeah,
Without
sure is.
doubt.
Oh,
Not necessarily what he's looking for there.
No,
not really
but
excited
those
about
are
those
spells,
cards.
so maybe he can pull off some stuff with the Wildfires.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, it's,
I think playing Kern and maybe Hero Powering, yeah, is a good play because Priest doesn't have that many ways to deal with Kern.
yeah, he is very annoying for Priest to deal with here. I'm actually kind of liking more and more Max's spot the further we get into this game, even though I felt like the opening was very Kaor favored. That Ancient of Lore has just filled him up with so many options.
I just think that Kaor
Silence.
has too many
Wow.
situational cards right now.
No, that was a good draw.
Yeah, but that was definitely a good row.
I'm not sure what he was hoping to achieve with the Power of the Wild.
Yeah, I don't think he's going to do that. I think it's a
Probably not.
Savage Roar, right?
That's as good as it gets with the silence against the Druid.
Yeah. And would you Savage Roar here to kill it? Or do you think he should just leave the 4/3? Because
Yeah,
his Pyro
I
just
would've-
trades to this.
Yeah, I would like to see the Savage Roar actually.
Yeah.
It would have been an easy way to deal with that, and with the priest deck like this, it might be difficult to get value out of the Savage Roar later.
And Max top decks Spectral Knight, which is a really good card against Priest.
Yeah.
It sure is. Extremely difficult to deal with.
I think having a better look at the deck, I think it's really good against Priest, and I can definitely understand why he chose to do that. And not using Savage Roar previous turn didn't pay off because he had Tone Giver in his deck, so
Yeah. He's really paid the price now, unfortunately. Like with those great targets. Oh god, see that's like a desperation to Sarah.
Yeah, it really is. And he dropped it so quickly too.
Yeah. God, that 5/7 taunt Spectral Knight is so ridiculous. What do you even do? Oh god. It makes me
don't
want to play
know.
Vanish in my rogue decks. Like, that is just craziness.
Power of the Wild. So he's just gonna kill it. Alright.
Yeah.
I might have thought
mean,
about something like just a keeper on it to silence it and then go for Power of the Wild and just hit face for the 12. I mean,
he used Power of the Wild before he played his Harvest Golem.
that's a
Oh,
big
that's a big
mistake.
miss.
That's a huge
He
mistake.
doesn't just miss the buff, but it also opens it up to Cabal.
Yeah.
it also opens it up to Sylvanas Shadow of Death play. If he steals the Spectral Knight, at this point it's going to be really hard for the Druid to deal with it.
Yeah, anyone dealing with a 6/8 can't be targeted taunt. That's like, it's pretty tough unless you get your Black Knight.
Cleric Wildfire, Power of the Wild. The buff, maybe? Draw some cards.
Whoa, yeah, he could draw a ridiculous amount of cards here.
Or just
He can draw
like
5
this.
cards. Like, that's a game changer
Yeah, he
right
could- he
there.
Whoa.
I think you give your
No.
minions
Yeah.
+1/+1
I don't
because
like the banter here.
Well,
at
this
all.
gives him one more card to draw.
yeah, but
It
that's a little
does.
bit too greedy.
It's gonna be down to 1.
It's really greedy. No question there.
Let's see
Yeah,
what
no,
he
I
gets. Does get a
really,
power.
I would have preferred the +1, but the extra card, we'll see if that does something for him here.
definitely gonna see Engine of Lore played.
Yeah,
Yeah.
drawing some cards.
Oh,
There's a roar.
he definitely has some options here, especially with that Innervate out.
It does.
But what are you aiming to do here? Do you want to take out this Drake somehow? Like, is that even doable?
This Drake is really annoying because Max definitely doesn't want to lose Spectral Knight. There is no way for him to deal with it.
You could roar and trade in the Harvest Column and use Face, but
It's still gonna die
It's pretty
anyway.
bad. Yeah, it's still gonna go down to the other minions.
Yeah. Well, may as well go to face, let him do the trading for you here.
Not innervating the spider there.
And he does have,
I would probably
Carball.
innervate Spider just because he has Savage Roar in his hand, and even when the Spider dies, it still leaves the tokens, which can get incredible value off the Savage Roar.
Yeah.
yeah, very true. And what are you really saving your Innervate for now? Because you've already used both
No.
Ancient of Lores, so the
Just-
Innervate isn't going to do a whole lot in this deck for you now.
No, it won't. I mean, the spider can be stolen by a Cabal, but that spends 6 mana. And then the priest turn is gonna be kind of weak.
Huh? Ooh, I don't know. Look, he's scratching his head. He's like, oh god, what am I doing right here?
Just look at the expression on his face.
Yeah, definitely a couple misplays there. Like attacking into this 5/4, I'm not even sure at all what that is supposed to do.
I don't even know what happened.
Like, I don't think he plays executes in
I
this.
think he has lethal with the Druid of the Claw and Savage Roar
Yes.
innervate, and actually keeping the innervate paid off.
Yeah.
Yeah, not bad at all.
Well, look at that. And that will be game number 2 for Max. Taking him down with this Druid deck. If I'm Max right now, I'm feeling fantastic about winning this series because he still has Zoo to fall back on, and if you look at the decks, that's Frodo the Ventriloquist or something. Okay, so, you know, in Max's position here, right, he's in such a good place having a Zoo deck left because the decks of his opponent are a Paladin and a Druid that plays 2 BGHs, and both those I would feel pretty confident with the Zoo deck. And, I mean, he's still got his Druid deck, which, of course, Druid can pick up wins all over the place.
Yeah, I would expect to see the Zoo now. No, wait, hold
Well,
on.
no, from
Sorry,
Kaor.
my bad.
He has to go
From
either
Kaor.
Druid or Paladin.
Druid or
now.
Paladin. So it depends how comfortable he is with the matchups. But I'm not going to make any guesses here which one he's going to pick.
Yeah, we've been wrong about that a lot. I think I'd choose Pally. I think I would want to use Pally. Well, I see now he's chosen Druid. But my idea was if you can pick up the win with Paladin, because I don't want to play Paladin against Zoo. I want to have a deck that I bring in against Zoo.
I like the Druid pick a little bit more because I played some of this matchup as the Druid especially, and the Druid with early aggression can close out the game quite early.
Well, the one with more early aggression is Max's deck, so
And
Yep.
Core has a terrible hand. No place at all.
Oh no.
yeah. It's pretty rough.
And oh my god, I think Max has a perfect hand.
That's a pretty good mana curve right there. 2, 3, 4, 5.
Innervate would have been excellent, but other than that,
Yeah.
it doesn't really
Oh,
get much
God.
better.
You just can't ask for more.
Well, Kaor right now, I guess he does have a couple swipes so he can clean some stuff up till he can make his bigger plays later on, but this is a really slow start.
And even though he does have the AoE clear, Swipe is not the best thing ever. It's no Shadow Flame or Hellfire. I mean, Swipe is a lot weaker than those cards. Wild Growth, that's a good draw for sure.
Yeah.
I mean, his hand is really expensive, and getting all those stuff one turn earlier will be big.
Yeah, definitely going to help him out quite a bit.
He might be using Lothab right now. I don't think Swipe achieves anything.
No.
No. If you could double swipe, I'm like, well, I guess...
That's an easy lot.
Yeah. All right, so over on Max's side now, at 4 mana.
He can kill Lothab but by using Keeper of the Grove and dealing 2 damage and then killing him with Shade.
I don't like
But
that much.
Yeah, I also don't like
I
that.
think you'll find a better way to kill him, because, I mean, you have swipe in hand, so even if he runs into something, you can kill him off the next turn. I think Harvest Golem here is a pretty quick play.
Yeah, I mean, keeping the Shade in stealth would be so valuable against the Never mind.
No, I agree with you, though.
Whatever.
I think that it's not on him to play this controlling match. Why is he killing off something like a Lotheb right here where he could be doing damage? But we'll see if that pays off for him.
Yeah.
And the Sylvanas.
It's
Yeah,
dealt
it's
with
just-
easily, but if you, I mean, the Sylvanas still got a fair value there. I mean, kind of killing off 3 creatures,
Yeah. Yeah.
so it's not too bad.
Yeah, I wouldn't feel too bad about this position, actually, as Kaor. When my hand looked like that to open, and now here we are, and he's still got 27 health, and he's got all this mana now, 7 mana, and, you know, still his hand isn't that good, but he's working on it at least. And I'm actually surprised he used
What
that
is
wild
I'm
growth.
really surprised
Wild
he used it.
growthing into, I'm not sure.
Because he doesn't have a follow-up play.
No.
Which means he could have just left the wild growth and used it on turn 10 to draw a card.
I would have probably just dropped the Black Knight without the target for the battle cry.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I have to agree with you
I
there.
think he needs to get some kind of board going.
Yeah, it's a pretty tough spot he's in. Well, we'll see if that wild growth pays off. Double innervate. I mean, he could innervate into a swipe here, which would at least make him feel better about the wild growth, I guess.
Yeah. But do you really want to do that? I mean, what do you swipe? The Harvest Column is still gonna stick around unless you use the second innervate too.
Yeah, but it also
for the hero
lines up
power.
the 4/6 to die to the Ancient Lore. Trying to be
Yeah,
optimistic
that's
here.
true, yeah.
Huh.
He might use Power Over the Wild right now and just kill it off.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Well, with 2 swipes in hand, he can actually
So
kill.
clear the
He
board.
can
Clear.
kill everything with 2
Yes.
swipes. Wow, that's fantastic.
If he does any other play,
Yeah, if he doesn't,
I will
I
be
would
really
be calling
surprised.
that a mistake. Yeah.
He should also swipe,
Swipe
in
the
the right.
Harvest Column
No, no,
first,
no.
no.
What is he
Oh
doing?
man!
Yeah.
Oh, he's using a whole nother card. Well, I guess he gets to do it to face now, but I don't think that was worth using a Wrath.
It was actually 1 extra damage. Because if he didn't use the Wrath, he could have hero powered face.
Yeah.
Or was it 2 damage? But in any case, a bit of a misplay there for sure.
Yeah. Playing too fast still, I would say.
Yeah. I
Some
agree.
real nerves coming into this.
And charging here is really a good play because the druid's gonna be on 15 health, and he has 2 swipes in the hand, so it opens him up to a lot of damage. And he's gonna hero power, which makes a lot of sense because he wants to push for the damage as much as possible, and he won't probably have a possibility to use that coin otherwise.
Yeah.
There's a lot of draws for lethal here with the double innervate in hand.
Yeah, that's true.
He gets like a Druid of the Claw.
Oh, not that.
Nope.
Without any doubt, you're going to play this.
Yeah.
I mean, especially when your opponent coined out hero power, I'm like, oh, okay. This is... I'm getting right down into the lethal area. Did he... What just happened? He just double innervated?
I think he misplayed.
He double innervated and used hero power.
Yeah, he wanted to play Black Knight. He thought he was gonna have 6 mana, but whoops. That was a
Wow,
mistake.
that was the misplay. That's going to be in one of your videos, Trolden.
Probably. And double swipe is an obvious play, I think, here.
Yeah.
Why is that a mistake?
I don't know.
Because if
I
he
think
did
that's
2 to
fine.
face, then he wins?
Maybe.
But now he's like, he should definitely swipe that again.
Yeah, I mean, he has to
If
swipe it
he-
again now.
he
You
has-
know that it
he
was
would
the
have
right
lethal.
play.
Stay
I
the
mean,
course, Max.
He would have lethal with hero power.
Yeah. Yeah, it would have been lethal there, and you can see he's pretty devastated. But he just saw his opponent use double innervate into hero power, so I think that he can rest assured he may live through the next turn.
But he would have been one.
Oh, wait, yeah, he
shot.
only had 9
so he would
mana.
have actually lost the game if he didn't do that because there's the combo. It would have also buffed the
Oh
scenario.
my god.
So that was not a misplay.
Well, he thought it was, and we thought it
Yeah,
was.
but it was not.
Well, this is...
Is this lethal? Yeah, it is. You just silence the...
And then give
buff
everything
your
+1.
minions.
There you have it. All right, so it looks like Max will end up taking this game. Wow. That was kind of crazy back and forth. Definitely some misplays. Definitely these guys showing that they are stressed out right now. You know, they're playing in front of a big crowd here at DreamHack Stockholm. There's Frodan once again. He's great. All right, so this leaves us with him having to go, Kaor now having to go into Pally. And while Pally, I think it can beat that deck. I think it's like kind of hard. If you get the right hand, though, you can definitely do it. Then there's a Zoo deck waiting for him.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like the decks that they are playing don't even matter at this point. It's just if one of them calms down, that player is gonna sweep. Like, but yeah. So, Paladin, is that right?
Paladin. All right. Well, we'll see if Kaor can make the plays and.
I mean, this is pretty bad spot for Kaor right now because Max still has the Zoo left, and that's a horrible matchup, even if he manages to win this one.
No. All right, here we go, guys. Kaor with his life on the line. Max within one game of getting into that top 8 and playing again tomorrow. Beautiful stage here.
Sure is.
All right. That's actually not a terrible opening hand from Kaor. I mean, as a Paladin player, you don't have that many low-cost cards like this, so that's pretty reasonable. I like that he keeps it.
That's almost as good as it gets as Paladin.
Yeah. Don't want to risk it getting worse, that's for sure.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. But the Black Knight might not get any value, but oh well. Wouldn't complain about that anyway.
Yeah. He does play those oozes. They'll be able to deal with dudes if they need to. Very nice play on the Noxrama's Shade, and he does have Consecration, which is really, really important.
Yeah, in this matchup, it's a key card.
All right, we'll use that hero power and start going to face a bit more. Would you be using this Shade of Noxrama's to kill one of these oozes?
Probably, yeah. I mean,
so.
He has an opportunity to clear the board with True Silver and the Shade. Or he drops Engine. But I would probably still take out the news.
I think so. I'm just so afraid. You know that Power of the Wild's in the deck, and
but,
you know, that makes it scary.
Yeah, but it's not too bad. I mean, it would have opened the Shade up to a Keeper of the Crow for 2 damage.
Yeah, that's true.
So that's not necessarily a mistake.
And in fact, it is going into turn 4, so that would even be right on curve and everything. So actually, yeah, I see what you're saying. I like it.
But if we take it one step further, if there was a Keeper of the Crow, there would have also been a Kodo. And there's a taunt.
You can be pretty confident playing that in taunt because it's turn 5 yet, so we cannot Kaor cannot use Black Knight.
I think I would Kodo here so quickly.
Seems alright. The Kodo will get value later too, but
Consecration's okay too.
Yeah, you could consecrate and trade something, but the Kodo is fair.
The reason why I like this, it's a little bit greedier, but it's going to allow him to Black Knight next turn, which is nice.
He's now guaranteed to get some value out of the Black Knight.
Yeah. I think I would kill off this engine for sure.
Yeah, and then maybe drop the...
Would you want to play like the
Knight.
Spectral Knight? Yeah.
Yeah, I think it fits the curve the best.
Yeah, it certainly does. It's some pretty valuable minions out here.
And it's definitely Black Knight turn.
Seems so.
Yeah. I love this Shade of Noxrama's just sitting there for days. He's like, he doesn't play Poison Seeds. I'm fine. This guy is not going anywhere.
That Shade is really going to pay off.
Yeah. You just wait till lethal.
Druid has no way dealing with it at all.
No, just nothing.
Unless he plays Poison Seeds.
Yeah.
Or he gets 3 spell power and uses Starfall. Yeah. It's going to be hard to get the 3 spell power, though. That's going to be a tough one.
Sure is.
Maybe he has an Ancient Mage.
Maybe he has an Ancient Mage. Maybe he's playing Malygos in this deck.
Wow. Malygos, innervate. Starfall. Swipe.
Oh, okay. But that leaves him at 3 health, right? So that's...
Yeah.
Well, I guess, he's trading it kind of for 2 of these guys.
I think I would have liked the Kaor a bit more. But not the worst thing ever.
Well, I do like him playing cards like that, Karon, at this point, because you never know when a board clear is going to come out or something like that. Like, probably not right now, because you don't want equality hitting your shade that's being ridiculous.
I would keep that in stealth.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not trying to rush down there.
If you've waited this long, wait until the shade's attack is equal to your opponent's health. That's the way I would.
I think usually you wanna take out a big threat from the druid with that, like an Ancient of Lore or a second Spectral Knight.
But turn 6 is one of my favorite turns to do it as well, because you know that he has 2 big game hunters.
Oh yeah.
So that gives you 2
point.
attacks with it.
And also turn 7 is often an Ancient of Lore, so if he plays an Ancient of Lore, then there's not gonna be a silence or anything like that. You do see the silence come out here now. So that shade didn't get all that much value in the end, although it looked really promising.
6 damage and a silence. But you know what? Getting rid of Druid silences is really important as you approach the late game, because you want to be able to play your Tyrion without it getting silenced.
Oh yeah, that is true.
Yeah, and of course Sludge Belcher, that's another one that sometimes gets silenced and then you suddenly die when you weren't expecting it. So
He doesn't quite have the Tyrion yet, though.
I believe that winning for Max at this point is almost impossible with the board that Kaor has built up. Druid has problems dealing with huge boards because he does swipe doesn't clear it that effectively.
No.
it certainly does not. And I mean, he does drop this this Karn down, which gives him some staying power at least, but that's not even really that hard to deal with for him. He has a True Silver in his hand. Oh my god, he has a Kel'Thuzad.
He's 1 damage off lethal, right?
6 from the hand and 9 on the table. Yep, that's right.
Yeah, that's just obvious. He's just gonna push for the damage because there is no way he's gonna heal himself up. He can just play Ancient of Lore and heal himself, but the board is just too big to deal with, and he's gonna lose this game.
Yeah, and you know what? That's once again. It looks like we're going to be going to game number 5. This is like non-stop game number 5 for us.
I'm not complaining though.
No, no.
It's really nice to see.
I think you. All right, looking at this, let's try to figure out if he could live. Would he draw 2 cards with the Ancient of Lore and look for an Innervate to get taunts? I think that's his only.
I think that's the only way.
Yeah.
Swipe.
Because you have to have a taunt because of the sword.
Yeah.
But even then, Paladin has Kel'Thuzad in his hand.
Yeah.
So you can just basically trade with everything and get it back.
There's no way he's gonna lose, but.
And there's the equality. But from Max's point of view, he wasn't dead yet.
Well, he's actually still not dead
Oh wait,
yet.
there's no equality.
He
There
does
was
live
Wild
through
Pyro.
this.
Yeah, I'm sorry, my bad. I thought he had an equality, but it was a Wild Pyro.
Well, the thing is with the Kel'Thuzad out here, this is well, hold on.
Yeah, but
hold on.
he's
How much
going
damage is he
quite low
taking?
here.
Oh my god. Wait. 21. And then we have the combo in
So
hand
it's
now.
gonna be
It's not quite-
18.
Yeah, not
It's
quite.
not enough.
Swipe. Well, he has to combo no matter what.
Yeah, he has to combo to clear.
He has to clear stuff, yeah.
There's no other way.
But the thing is, we're not going to see any direct damage drawn here, most likely from Kaor, right? Like he has
No,
1 consecration left and 1 sword left.
Even the combo doesn't clear.
Yeah,
actually.
Does it
because
not completely?
He's gonna have
No.
Kodo left on the board.
Oh god, you're right. 5
1
health.
So this is over.
Yeah. If only he had just a little bit more health right now. If he had like 4 health, he might be able to come back and win this. Really rough situation.
Thinking through all of the possibilities,
Yeah.
but there's just nothing.
And of course, drawing cards is what you do when you know you're dead. Uh-oh. Kel'Thuzad gonna pick up a kill here. All right. So it does look like Max is going to have to go ahead and use his last deck. We're going to Game 5 once again, guys.
Yep, we're going to see
really
the Zoo.
exciting.
This is just the way of things here. It's almost every match so far.
Yeah,
the
it's
entire
really
tournament.
it's really nice to see the Zoo again. I mean, it's not most of the Warlocks in the tournament are handlock, but but in this in this spot, it's way better to have the Zoo over
Yeah.
the handlock. So
I would definitely feel more confident with a Zoo against this than a handlock, even though a lot of people say handlock is still favored against Pally. I think that that's a lot closer. For a control Pally like this to actually beat a Zoo deck, it's pretty tough. You have to get a very good draw, and your opponent has to draw like his Doom Guards together or something.
It's
you know?
almost impossible. But I mean, there's no matchup in the game which would be completely like a 100% win
one-sided.
rate. So there's always that little possibility that the Paladin gets a fast, maybe equality, Wildfire equality or so, and then dropping taunt after taunt after taunt and taunt, and yeah, maybe the Zoo will run out of gas.
Yeah, let's see. Be going in that game in just 1 second here. He's going to probably throw that whole hand back, I would imagine, for the Warlock. But this hand, really good.
Yeah, the Paladin hand actually looks really nice.
Yeah, and let's not forget, he actually does play 2 Senjins, which a lot of people have cut at this point, but that does shore up the matchup against Zoo a bit.
Yep. It doesn't. What it does is buy you more time. I mean, you don't get board control with the Senjin, but time is really important. You need to get to those late turns.
Well, he is dropped down a Juggler here. You know, this is probably going to be a... Well, he doesn't have it quite yet, but he's going to want to clear this board rather quickly.
I really like this Paladin's hand.
Yeah, Kaor might be able to do it here. I really like that life tap.
Yeah,
He
really
knows
smart play
that
there.
the only way for him to really get behind is...
By running out of cards.
Yeah. Good consecration turn. Definitely better than using Pyro quality.
Yep, and he just draw a second one, so he won't feel too bad about using it so early.
Really, he's got like almost all the important cards in his hand, to be honest.
Yeah, all he's missing is like a true silver champion.
Yeah.
This is also a good thing for Warlock because he can use Power Overwhelming next turn.
Yeah, if something comes out, he can absolutely get rid of it.
Wow. We can see that the Spellbreaker would probably be the right play here on the egg, but it's actually not that easy decision.
He might play Senjin, and then Max is gonna have an answer by using Power Overwhelming and playing Direwolf Alpha in between those.
Yeah.
It will be the perfect answer to this engine.
Yeah, it could not get better. And the thing is, looking at that board, I would be very tempted to play my Senjin here.
But you know that there are many ways to buff the egg, and now if you want to get value out of the Spellbreaker, I think this is as good as it gets.
Yeah, there's almost nothing that you want to silence. Like if you're silencing, let's say, a Knife Juggler, that's because you're in a terrible
really
place.
big.
Like, oh god.
Oh no.
This sets it up perfectly for Max.
Yeah, but then again, he has an answer by playing Wild Pyromancer in equality next turn.
That is true. That is true. But he's using up his resources doing this, right?
Yeah, he is. And I mean, with the Spellbreaker play, he could have held on to the combo for longer.
I don't think he should play this.
Yeah, he should
Voidwalker.
life tap.
He should tap, definitely. This is I believe that this is a misplay.
Yeah.
Because next turn, if you know that your opponent might have Wild Pyromancer in equality, you would have to use a lot of resources to do that. Then the next turn you have a great play by Lothab and playing Tonegiver.
Whatever, yeah, and I mean, he would have an extra card in hand as well. See, that was a great move right there for Kaor, and now he's at 21 health and he's basically stabilized.
Yeah. He doesn't have any taunts right now, so that might be a problem. But
Yeah, the game is not over. I've had plenty of games that
there's a
started
Belzer.
like this and ended in defeat as Paladin.
Yeah. He did draw a Belzer, so not too bad. This turn is gonna be a Cairn, but eventually, like, he needs to get the taunts going.
Would you life tap? Yeah. Oh, no, he's going to let
I
the...
think that's kind of why he was not tapping on the previous turn, because he figured that he wants to play the Doom card on the following turn, and if he taps, then the Doom card is gonna discard the card anyway.
Yeah. Well, Humility, that is the right card to use against a Doom Guard. No question.
Humility, Belzer. Oh, he could go Consecration and trade in the Cairn and then Humility. I guess that might be even better.
I think that's his best
Yeah.
chance here.
Probably is. Just run that in. throw the Consecration, Humility on the Doom God. Still gonna have 2 mana left for the dude.
Perfect. Well, that's just 2 damage on board for his opponent, but still at 21 health, he can get 2 cards turn off the life tap. Not exactly what he's looking for.
Nope. Getting just 1 mana cards. Ugh. Not that great.
No, certainly not. You clean up the dude? I think so. Yeah.
Yep.
Gonna save him an extra 2 damage for next turn.
Paladin is
Yeah. Wait, I don't want to play that anyways. Hold on.
Yeah, even though you're not getting that much value out of it. And you want to play Sludge Belcher.
This is the right
I
way
like
to
the
do it.
big game hunter over the hero power a lot.
Where's that sea giant now?
Yeah, it's not gonna hunt anything. 4-2 is just way better than.
Oh man, that's a lot of damage on board for his opponent, by the way. And that.
And I think we'll see Guardian of the Kings next turn. Because the way for Zulok to win right now is to top deck Soulfires. And just go for the face.
Oh god, he's got the sword as well. That is a lot of damage that he has coming up for the next
Really
turn.
is.
Like, going to be able to take this.
Yeah, it seems that way. That Wildfire Equality, backed up with the 2 Consecrations, those are the cards that you need against the Zoo, and he got them.
Well, let's see.
This
Soulfire,
looks like the last
Soulfire?
turn for Max, which is going to decide the game. It
Wait,
doesn't
he's
matter though.
Yeah, no, it doesn't.
No,
You're right.
it's not gonna help. It's
You know,
too late.
if he taps right now and gets another Soulfire, that's like the funniest thing ever, because he was almost about to kill him.
That is it. The Zoo did not pay off.
Wow, and it looks like Kaor will advance to tomorrow.
Yeah, even though we expected Zoo to crush Paladin deck,
Yeah.
we can see that even worse matchups can be won.
Absolutely.
The draw was
he had
there.
he had a good opening. You know, there was the one turn where, you know, maybe Max got a little bit too greedy by dropping so many minions down that turn, but overall, good play by Kaor, and he does end up taking it with that Paladin deck in a tough matchup.
Yeah. Well, what a disappointment from Max. I mean, he must have been really confident going into the game, and then seeing the Equality Pyro happen, the Consecration, the second Consecration. It has to be devastating. He wasn't even drawing the Death Rattle minions aside from the egg, so there was like no protection from the AoE at all.
Well, you know, it's funny how this engine turned out to be good in a way. You know,
No,
because he made
Spellbreaker
the
would've
egg
been
go, right? But still, the egg went, and yeah, you're right. Still, Frodan, what did you think about this series?
Well, there was a few surprising moments in more ways than one. I think the first one was, of course, I do think that nerves played a huge factor here. And it's surprising considering that Kaor was mentioning in our previous interview, which was to be remembered for years to come, is that he doesn't get nervous during games. He felt like it was really easy for him to just kind of sit down and play. But I think when you're under pressure, you could see that he was not happy with some of the decisions he made. Double innervate into nothing, for example, because he thought he could play Black Knight, which he held for a long time. You could argue he should have been playing it a long time ago. Because Fast Druid doesn't really play taunts. So you should be having that 4/5 body out, bashing and fighting for the board. These kinds of things, the decisions kind of compound itself. But you know what? The good news is that Kaor has gotten past it. Everything is reset for tomorrow, and he's one best of 5 away from going to BlizzCon, which is
Pretty sick.
Amazing, because this guy was almost not even in the tournament.
Yeah.
Kaor was a guy who got in because another player had to drop out. He was 6-3 in the qualifiers. He came 1 series short, and he was the next guy up because Noisy Boy and Toyota couldn't make it.
That's a big deal, and this guy kind of like shows the story of Hearthstone as well. He's an older guy. He's a guy that has a kid, and he's just played games in the past. He likes Hearthstone, and here he is, man.
Absolutely.
Kicking in nerd heads right now.
And he's doing a good job of it. And of course, Trolden did an excellent job commentating as well. You're not primarily known for it. You're mainly a content creator, but I think you did a stellar job.
Oh, thank you very much. I really appreciate it.
Absolutely.
And thank you very much for having me here.
Oh, yeah,
This
of
is the
course.
first time I'm casting, so I'm really excited.
I think you did great.
Thank you very
It's
much.
probably not the last time we'll have you on as a guest throughout the weekend. But in the meantime, we're going to have another guest come onto the stage in just a second. It's going to be Kaor for a winner's interview. It should be a good time, guys, so hang tight.
Hearthstone, Heroes of Warcraft.
All right, welcome everybody back to the desk. We currently are joined by Kaor, who also goes to the round of 8 tomorrow. Now, Kaor, your game's very close, but in the end, you end up winning. Did you feel nervous this time around at all?
Yeah, very.
Yeah.
I don't know how I can win with Pala against Warlock. Very bad matchup.
Yeah, Paladin versus Zoo, very difficult. Zoo's often very quick in the beginning, but you pulled it out, and you started off in the series pretty good with Priest. You know, people say Priest versus Paladin is good for Paladin, but you won with Priest. Do you feel other way around?
I don't think so. I think Priest can win. It's like 50-50.
Oh, really? That's interesting
Oh,
insight.
okay.
Do you guys have any follow-up questions here?
I'm just wondering, you were very nervous today. What made you so nervous? Is it just so many people in the audience?
Yeah.
Definitely the first time you play in front of an audience, you get
First time,
nervous,
yes.
no doubt.
Absolutely. Now, you played Max again. Did it make the series easier for you at all?
I don't think so. It's a very good player.
Yeah, Max is great, and he did make a few mistakes though too, and that was
I think
very
he was a bit
surprising.
nervous also.
I think so.
I think almost everyone that sits up there today is going to play with some nerves.
Yeah, absolutely. But Max definitely gave it his all, and you guys had another 3-2, like 2 3-2s, very close in the overall series. And you guys played in the qualifiers too, correct?
Yeah. The last match, he won 3-2.
So
Well, you certainly got your revenge.
yeah, you win the overall thing in the best of 3, and you're going to the round of 8 tomorrow. So, Aziz, do you have any last questions for Kaor before we send him off?
I was thinking of approximately like the same stuff that Artois already asked. I just want to congratulate you and I wish you good luck on the round of 8.
Thank you.
All right. So, looks like that's going to be it for us for right now. I think we're going to get the next group ready, right? Because Group A now finished with Kaor and
Number guy. That's right. Let's take a look at the brackets. In fact, Artosis, that's a perfect segue to show what's been going so far in day number 2 here at the regional finals. Number guy in first place, Kaor in second place, and they will be playing in the round of 8, avoiding each other in the single elimination bracket. Coming up will be Group B, featuring players like Tice, Cupcake, and some other really well-known players who've been making a name themselves. Can Green Sheep continue the streak, or will we be seeing more surprises down the line?
Yeah, this is going to be a lot of fun, man. Can't wait for this next group.
That's right. So we're going to take a few minutes to reset, and when we come back, the continuation of the regional finals for the Hearthstone World Championships in Europe.